Hello everyone, today I'm going to do a review of the book The Seven Sisters by Lucinda Riley. I was sent this by Pan Macmillan. It's about a girl called Mia. She's very reclusive, very shy. Her and her 5 sisters have been adopted from different parts of the world. So first up you're like, sorry what? They've been adopted by this mysterious man called Pan, who has been very loving to them. He raised them in a place called Atlantis. It's very fairy tale-esque, beautiful, gorgeous lives they have led. And when the book starts, Pan has just died. And so Mia starts with, I remember where I was when Pan died. And it takes you into that. So she has to break the news to all her sisters because she's the oldest. They all gather back at Atlantis, and when they arrive there they realise that Pan has already been buried. So there is no body, there is no funeral to be had. They're all in complete shock. And right at the beginning you're learning about all the sisters' different personalities because they're all very, very different. And Mia is the only one who hasn't moved away from Atlantis. So they've all gone on to these fabulous lives and they've got these really strong personalities, and Mia has stayed stuck in Atlantis. She hasn't trusted herself to really leave and be adventurous. And I really felt Mia's pain and really kind of connected with her because she's comparing herself continually to everyone else. She's like, they're fabulous, she's gorgeous, I couldn't do that. And it's like, sweetheart, stop comparing. Anyway, I'm trying to be as vague as I can with the story because I really don't want to spoil this book for you in any kind of way. So they all get a clue by Pan's lawyer, and he says, your father, when he died, wanted me to give you all these envelopes, and the envelopes are your true heritage, where you were actually from before he adopted you, where your stories actually began, how you came to be adopted, you know, your parents, who were they, who are your families, are in these envelopes. So Mia gets her envelope and something's in it. There's a clue. She has to go to a country. I'm trying to be vague, but I want to talk about it so bad. If you've read this book, message me so we can actually talk about it because I don't want to spoil anyone. So she goes on this little adventure to try and find her heritage. It then skips back in time and it goes to 1927, and we meet a different woman who obviously has something to do with Mia's heritage. And I freaking loved this book. Every second I was like, sorry, what? My edition of it, you can probably tell it's very battered. And that's because I lived with it. I was reading it in the park, on the car, on the bus, in the bath, like before I went to bed. I was obsessed with this. This is a big book, but it's very, you get through it because you're so enthralled in what's going to happen. I loved this so much, and I loved Mia. And then when it skips back in time, I don't want to tell you too much about her, but for some reason a character goes to Paris, and that was just 1920s Paris, elegance, class. This book is just full of such gorgeous, just classy, just very elegant. I'd say if you like Tracy Chevalier, if you like historical fiction, you will love this. This is just gorgeous, gorgeous book. So anyway, let me get back to telling you. So one of the characters for some reason has to go to Paris, and they're explaining 1920 Paris women's fashion and about Coco Chanel has got women in trousers, and this character is from a different country and she's completely shocked. And so I loved that, how they're talking about how Paris is so forward thinking and it's full of all these bohemian artists and women are walking around with trousers and short hair, and our main character is just like, sorry, what, girls? I loved this. This was so charming. That's the word I would use. Very charming. It does get sad, and obviously there is love and loss. One thing that's fantastic in it is so many strong female friendships. So there is of course romance in it, which I really like the romance, by the way, can I just say. But there's also just so many female connections, and of people when they're feeling unsure of what to do, they're confiding not in who they're dating, they're confiding in their best friends and saying oh, I need to tell you this, tell me your opinions, let's talk about this. And I love that because when you're young, the first real romance and love that you have isn't romantic, it's with your best friend. We're walking to this place, let me tell you all this information, and what do you think, and let's think of a plan. And I just, I loved the female friendship connections. I thought it was stunning. I thought the whole thing was beautiful. Please do not go online and look at any spoilers for this book because you do not want to be spoiled. I was actually shocked at how the story went, and it was just elegance and class, and one of those books that you'll just get in your little claws and you won't let go of. You'll just be like, this is going everywhere with me, I love it. Pan Macmillan sent me some other books in the series that I would say is non-series because there is no book 1. There's no book 1, 2, it doesn't read like that. Each story is told from a different sister, and a different sister working out her heritage. So the sisters at the beginning obviously start trying to find out, oh, Paul Salt's dead, that's terrible, but then it goes off in a completely different story. So I would say this isn't really a series, and that's what I loved about it. In this book, I met some of the characters and some of the sisters who I think, oh, I'd love to read their story, and they seem really interesting. So obviously I can just pick up the book that's to do with them. There's no pressure to read the books in a certain order, which I think is fantastic because they can all stand alone by themselves. Look. So I also got that I'm just going to read, like, straight away. The Shadow Sister, the Storm Sister, and the Pearl Sister that comes out today. You can buy this one today. So you can buy the books on Amazon, and I'll leave down all the links down below so you can just click through to the links and buy them on Amazon. There are other people involved in this booktuber reviewing series of these books, and they are Sarah Churchill, Sian O'Brien and Sarah Jane. So I'm going to link down their channels down below. Go and check them out, and then you can see what they think about these books and their opinions on it. I just thought it was charming, elegance, wonderful beautifulness. Tell me your thoughts and feelings on this book. Tell me if you're interested in buying it and reading it. Tell me if you already have, and private message me if you already have, so we can gush and talk about it. And if you buy it and read it, message me so we can like just gush about it, because there's so many things that you really don't want to be spoiled for, but when you read it you're like, I need to tell someone. It's so lovely, it's so sad, and just a lovely, lovely book. So that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you to Pan Macmillan, and I will see you all for another video.